Hello, little angel. Once upon a time, in a quaint little town nestled between the rolling hills and sparkling rivers, lived a friendly dog named Barker. Barker was a golden retriever with a fluffy coat and a wagging tail that never stopped. He was loved by everyone in the neighborhood, especially the children who adored playing fetch with him in the park. But little did anyone know, Barker was about to embark on the most incredible adventure of his life. It all began one sunny afternoon when Barker was digging through a patch of soft earth under a big old oak tree. He had found a bone there several days before, and he hoped to find more treasures buried within. But instead of a bone, Barker discovered something extraordinary, a shiny collar adorned with mysterious glowing stones. Curiosity piqued, Barker sniffed the collar and wiggled his nose. Suddenly, the collar began to shimmer, and with a bright flash, Barker found himself in the strangest place he'd ever seen, surrounded by giant trees and an endless stretch of green. Woof! Where am I? Barker wondered aloud as he looked around in awe. Wandering deeper into this strange land, Barker was startled by a loud thundering sound. Looking up, his eyes grew wide with surprise as he saw gigantic creatures towering above him. They had long necks and tails, and they grazed contentedly on the treetops. These must be dinosaurs. Barker barked excitedly, remembering stories the children had told him. He watched as a gentle brachiosaurus slowly moved past him, swaying with each majestic step. Barker realized they were just as curious about him as he was about them. With a friendly wag of his tail, he introduced himself. As he continued his exploration, Barker noticed that the collar grew warm against his fur. In an instant, he found himself transported yet again. This time, he stood on the cobblestone streets of a medieval village. Knights in shining armor rode past him on their mighty steeds while townsfolk bustled about, preparing for a festival. Eager to learn more, Barker trotted through the market stalls filled with colorful fabrics and tantalizing scents of fresh-baked bread. He found himself next to the blacksmith's shop, where the clang of hammer on iron echoed through the air. "Welcome, noble pup," the blacksmith laughed, patting Barker's head. "You've come just in time to witness the bravery of young knights in training for tomorrow's tournament." Barker wagged his tail excitedly as he watched the knights practice their jousting skills, their banners fluttering in the wind. As the collar shimmered once more, Barker found himself on the deck of a grand ship, sailing the high seas. Pirates shouted commands and hoisted sails as the salty breeze ruffled Barker's fur. "Ahoy, there," a cheerful pirate called, noticing Barker's presence. "A furry mate on deck. You must be here for the treasure hunt." With a bark of agreement, Barker joined the crew on their quest, learning how to navigate by the stars and marveling at tales of treasure hidden on distant islands. Every world Barker visited was filled with warmth and learning, each moment teaching him more about history and the amazing stories that shaped the world. From meeting George Washington in the midst of the American Revolution to stepping into the shoes of artists during the Renaissance, Barker became a furry historian. The end. Goodbye, little angel.